I'm on my prime, I'm feeling like Steph. I get my shot and I promise it's wet. Waited too long, but I told him I'm next. I need my bag, just run me the check. Cable was mine, I ain't taking less. I told them all I'm as real as it gets.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Kendall, and this is Mr. Ryan. He listens to the Patriots just like me.
And it's our last show of the season, Kendall.
It's the last show of Season 3, but we'll be back for Season number 4.
We will. Welcome back. We've been out of the studio for a while.
Yeah, we have.
Your schedule.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up with that work schedule and your schooling.
Yeah.
Podcasting. You're taking that class right now. How's it going? That's what we're doing right here.
It's going good.
Okay. Are you going to be graded on this at all?
Yes, I am.
Okay. How do you think we're going to do?
I think we're going to do good on it.
Okay. I like the new format.
I do too.
Takes a little pressure off. They're going to record our podcast.
Yeah.
And
record us talking.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about Patriots, Bruins, Celtics, but more importantly, Wildcat sports.
Yeah, let's start off with that.
Why don't we start off with spring track, individual state champions. Kendall, what do you have?
Gavin Davis, high jump. John Nittolo, javelin. Zoe Carroll, 800 meter. Harry Drake, 1600 meter. Harry Drake, 3200 meter.
That is
Yeah.
a lot of state champions right there.
Yeah, it is, but they got a good team, though.
And we also had the 4x800 meter relay, right?
Veda Kuiper Phelps, Zoe Carroll again, Harry Drake, Molly Keneally.
I would say that was a pretty successful track season, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Girls lacrosse, right? A game you're very familiar with.
Yeah, I am.
Girls went, I think it was 5-9 and squeaked into the playoffs.
Yeah, it was the last second entry because we beat Cape in double overtime. Harry Drake game winner, and she sent us in the post.
Fantastic. And you had a long ride up for game one in the playoffs.
Yeah, but we might be going. That's how the playoffs go sometimes. You can go farther and you can go home.
Okay, so second round, right, this weekend?
Yep.
Saturday, 1 o'clock.
Yeah. At Freeport.
At Freeport versus Freeport.
At Freeport.
Yep.
Going to be a good game. We played them before. We lost to them, but should be a good game.
Yeah, should be a good matchup.
Yeah.
Boys lacrosse, 13-1. They're headed to the playoffs.
They're headed to the playoffs too.
I believe their game is this Saturday as well.
Yeah.
I don't have the exact time for that, but I believe they're in the playoffs this Saturday as their first game. Girls tennis was 9-3 going into yesterday. I don't know what the results were from yesterday afternoon.
What the results were either.
Boys tennis 5-7, and we have
Softball.
baseball and softball, and it got postponed from yesterday because of possible lightning in the area and hail.
Yeah.
So today, baseball went 11-5 this year, and
Softball went undefeated this year, 16-0.
16-0. A lot of 10-run rules, right, this year?
Home runs.
Home runs. We also had a player with 400 strikeouts.
Michaela Cortez.
That's
And
fantastic.
for the girls cross, we have Tia Spendenhauer, the goalie, with 100 saves.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, we wish them both luck. Hopefully those games get in today, depending on how the weather goes.
Yeah.
Off to our favorite Patriots, right? Not a whole lot to talk about, right? Gerard Mayo.
Gerard Mayo.
Yeah, we know he's the coach.
Yeah.
Is it too early to grade him as a coach yet?
I don't think so.
You don't? I don't think they've done enough yet to really say.
They've done enough either.
They finished OTAs yesterday.
Yeah, they did.
And the big hype all last winter about the number 1 pick we kept talking about.
Well, they didn't. They had the number 3 pick.
Well, number 3 pick, but it was their number 1, and it's Drake May.
Yeah.
So we haven't really talked about that since we had our last show.
Well, we haven't been on either since Drake May, who got drafted.
So is Drake May the guy this year, Kendall? Is he the guy? Right now they show him as number 2, right?
Right now, as of right now, it's Jacoby Brissett.
It is.
That could be changed.
You know, I think this will work out good. Drake May can learn under him for a little bit.
Yeah.
They have, who else? Joe Milton III is their 3rd quarterback right now, and Zappy's 4.
And then you got Bailey Zappi.
I find that hard to believe he's 4th on the depth chart, but
Well, I don't find that hard to believe either, because you got Jacoby, which is a good veteran quarterback. He's the oldest quarterback. Then you got Drake, Joe Milton. They both drafted those guys in the draft. Then you got Zappi. We haven't even talked about him recently.
But what about Joe Milton III? Do you think he's better than Zappy?
I think he is. He's done a good arm.
Well, yeah, he's. I guess he's 3rd on the list right now, but it's only summer practices, really,
Yeah,
right?
it's
It's OTAs.
Yeah, it's only OTAs. But I guess it will really tell because when we get back for season number 4, I guess that will really tell who's going to be the starter for this season.
And we know next, was it June 12th?
Yeah, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady's coming back to Foxborough. He's getting elected into the Patriots Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Potentially the jersey retired.
I heard there's hundreds of players, former players, that are going to be at the event.
Yeah,
that should be pretty fun to watch. So it's been pretty slow, Patriots-wise, though, really. And
it has.
we'll have a big show to kick off September when we get back here. I'm sure there'll be a lot to talk about.
There'll be a lot of Patriots news to talk about.
On to the Boston Celtics. Headed to the finals, Kendall.
Headed to the NBA Finals.
We have talked about this now for, over a year, that we're going to move in some Bruins and Celtics, and we never really quite got there yet, but this is fantastic. Heading to the finals.
Heading to the finals.
They mostly cruise past the Heat, the Cavaliers, right? The Pacers.
Yeah.
What did they lose? 2 games in the whole playoff so far?
Yeah, so far, but they're good. They do better on the road for some reason.
So against the Mavericks, they have home court advantage.
Yep, they have home court advantage round game 1.
Who do you have in the series?
I have the Celtics.
You do? I have the Celtics, but I think it's going to go 7. I think it's going to be a tough series.
I think it is too, but Celtics are going to be good. You know, they have. Speaking of that, they're good. Their good players are back.
Yep, Tatum.
Yep.
Horford, right?
Yep.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
So
first off,
he's back. His first game in the playoffs, right? Now here's the question: do they need him?
Yes, they do.
They made it all this way.
I mean, they made it all this way, but what they do need is they need to get those rebounds going.
Yeah.
They haven't really done that when he's out.
It's going to be a tough, long series. If you have one of your number 1 guys back, I mean, you got to have your top guy back. So
yeah.
So Tatum, everyone's saying for him to be legitimate, he needs an NBA championship.
He does. I think I agree with that.
Okay, is this going to be the year, Kendall?
I hope it's going to be the year that we bring the 18 back to Boston.
All right. Well, I do think it's going to go 7. Out of all these players, Derek White, he's looked great in the playoffs, hasn't he?
He has. He's looked amazing so far.
I was reading a story about him last week. He was taking college classes, and he had to pay for his own classes. He didn't get any scholarships, and when he got his first contract, he paid off all the student loans. You hear most of these guys are all getting full boat scholarships to go to all these big Division I schools. I think that's a pretty interesting story.
I think Derek White's going to get a big contract this offseason.
You do?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully they'll have a good series.
Okay.
What do I say about the Bruins? I mean, they had a great regular season.
They had a great regular season, but they lost in the playoffs.
And this happened last year, too.
Yeah, this happened twice back to back.
They knocked out Toronto. They have that big game 1 win against Florida, and we thought things were going to be rolling.
Yeah, but then they lost.
And then that was it. So
I think the moves are going to be happening with them, too. I think they're going to be getting rid of Omar this offseason.
Yeah, I think you have 2 really good goalies. I think they're going to make a move and get another player in here. How about the coach, Jim Montgomery?
He's still a coach as of now.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. What do you think? And do you think there are going to be any changes there? Probably not at this point, right?
Probably not at this point.
So we'll see. It's tough to have such a season like that and be knocked out in the second round.
Yeah.
And it's the Oilers and Florida Panthers now headed into the Stanley Cup Finals, I believe.
Yep.
I don't know if that starts today or tomorrow.
I don't know either, but I don't think I'm going to watch that. I'm not focused on the Celtics and the Girls Cross and the rest of the Wildcat sports going on right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of Wildcat sports, both playoffs coming up. Unfortunately, we won't be in the studio with finals next week, so we won't be able to recap a lot of these lacrosse and baseball and softball and tennis and track.
Then you got the big thing tomorrow, graduation.
Graduation. You're graduating tomorrow, Kendall.
Yes, I am graduating.
That's exciting. We thank everybody for tuning into our podcast. This is a new format for us.
Yep.
And we hope to see everybody next year, beginning of season 4 in September.
Yep.
We hope everybody has a great summer, safe summer. Good luck, Wildcat Sports. Graduation. Good luck to everybody tomorrow. Finals next week. And we'll see everybody next year.
Bye.
I'm on my prime, I'm feeling like Steph. Go get my shot and I promise it's wet. Waited too long, but I told him I'm next.